How many countries are there in North America? How many countries are there in North America? Well, that's an intriguing question as not many know the correct answer. So, for starters, we can say that the continent of North America is comprised of 23 countries and 18 dependencies. However, these countries and dependencies are distributed among 3 subregions of the North American continent: North America subregion, Central America, and the Caribbean. So today in this video, let's learn about these specific subregions of North America and the various countries they comprise of. Hence, without further ado, let's get into it. A brief knowledge about the North American continent. The North American continent is located in the Northern Hemisphere and extends from the Arctic Ocean in the north to the Caribbean Sea and Central America in the south. The easternmost part of North America is Newfoundland, an island off the coast of Canada. To its west lies Greenland, another large island. Westward from there are various smaller islands, including those making up parts of present-day United States, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and Cuba. Continental North America includes Mexico, as well as all of mainland United States, including Alaska. With an area just over 24 million square kilometers, it is almost twice large than Europe, which spans a little over 11 million square kilometers, but is much smaller than Asia, that covers almost 44 million square kilometers. Furthermore, the North American continent can be divided into 3 subregions: North America, subregion; Central America; the Caribbean. North America, subregion. A brief geographical overview. The North American subregion is made up of the United States, Canada, and Mexico. It also includes dependencies such as St. Pierre and Miquelon, Greenland, and Bermuda. Canada is the largest country in both this region as well as on the North American continent. With a landmass of over 10 million kilometers squared, it is second only to Russia in terms of size. The smallest territory in this subregion is that of St. Pierre and Miquelon, which consists of just 2 small islands off the coast of Newfoundland with a total of less than 300 kilometers squared. This subregion is home to approximately 450 million people. The United States, with a population of 332 million, is the most populous country in the subregion. Apart from that, Mexico, with 127 million people, ranks second, and Canada ranks third with around 38 million people. B. People and culture. The population in North America is quite diverse, with Aboriginals still present in Canada and the United States. Moreover, Canada often defines itself as multicultural, while the US is a melting pot of different cultures. However, people are encouraged to be Americans first and foremost in the US. English is the most widely spoken language among this subregion's populace. However, both English and French are official languages within Canadian borders. Additionally, there are millions of Spanish speakers living throughout various states in the US, the vast majority residing within Florida, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and California. C. Economy. The North American subregion is also home to some of the world's most powerful economies. The United States, as the world's largest economy, contributes to almost a quarter of global GDP. Canada, meanwhile, is a member of the G7 group of industrialized nations and boasts its own strong economy. Oil and gas are extremely important industries in both countries. In the US, they account for around 11% of GDP, while in Canada, they make up more than 5%. Fishing is also an important sector in Canada, with fish exports totaling 6 billion Canadian dollars annually. California, specifically the area known as Silicon Valley, is one of the most important centers for technological innovation and development globally. This has helped cement California's status as having one of America's strongest economies. Is Mexico in North America or Central America? There is some debate over whether Mexico is part of North America or Central America, as it straddles the border between the 2 continents. Geographically, most of Mexico lies in North America, with a small portion extending south into Central America. Mexico is bordered by the United States to the north and Belize and Guatemala to the southeast. The majority of Mexico's population lives in the central and southern regions of the country, which are also home to its major cities such as Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Monterrey. In terms of Mexican territory, most of Mexico resides in North America. There is a fraction of the country that bleeds into Central America through its border with Guatemala and Belize. When looking at a map, you can see that Mexico lies just south of Texas in the United States, making up the northern part of Latin America. Central America. A brief geographical overview. The region of Central America is located in the southernmost part of North America that is bordered by Mexico to the north and Colombia to the south. The 7 countries that make up Central America are Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Costa Rica, Panama, and Belize. With a population of just over 47 million people spread out across these 7 nations, 17 million in Guatemala alone, Central America is relatively sparsely populated compared to other regions of the world. Nicaragua is actually the largest country in terms of land area, while tiny El Salvador takes the last place. Furthermore, in terms of population, Belize is the least populous country in Central America, with a population size just under 400,000. B. People and culture. The pre-Columbian cultures in Central America were some of the most advanced in all the Americas. The Maya and Aztec peoples had developed complex civilizations with their own art, architecture, writing systems, and religions long before Europeans arrived on the continent. Consequently, much of Central American culture is a mix of pre-Columbian and European traditions. Spanish is the official language in every country in South America except Belize, where English is majorly spoken. However, Mayan languages are also spoken by indigenous people in Belize, Honduras, Guatemala, and parts of Mexico. C. Economy. The majority of Central American countries are sort of developing economies that have historically relied heavily on banana and coffee exports. However, over the past few years, these economies have managed to diversify somewhat, thanks largely to foreign investment and trade agreements with the US. This has led to growth in sectors such as manufacturing and tourism. Despite this progress, Central American nations continue to face many challenges. Violence and political instability are rife in many parts of the region, particularly El Salvador, which deters further investment and growth. Moreover, poverty levels remain high across much of Central America, meaning that millions of people still struggle to access basic needs like healthcare and education. The Caribbean. A brief geographical overview. The Caribbean region of Central America comprises of 13 countries and 15 dependencies. The countries include Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Barbados, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Cuba, Dominican, Jamaica, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It has over 7,000 individual islands that are spread out among 3 main island groups: Greater Antilles, which consists of Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico; Lesser Antilles, which consists of Barbuda, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Dominica; and the Lucayan Archipelago, which consists of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands. The population of the Caribbean is approximately 43 million, making it the least populous North American subregion. Haiti is the most populous country in the Caribbean, with a population of 11.4 million. The dependency of Montserrat has the lowest population, with only 5,000 people. Furthermore, Cuba is the largest country in the Caribbean, while St. Kitts and Nevis is the smallest. B. People and culture. The majority of the Caribbean are descendants of slaves that were brought from Africa. Some are also of European ancestry, and some have mixed ancestry. The culture of the Caribbean is a mixture of African, European, and indigenous traditions. Moreover, the people of the Caribbean generally speak the language of their island's colonizers. For example, Jamaicans speak English, while the majority of Haitians speak French, and Spanish is the official language spoken in the Dominican Republic. As far as the entertainment and art culture is concerned, Caribbean music has evolved over time to become its own genre, incorporating various styles such as calypso, soca, reggae, etc. Dancehall, which is a popular type of reggae, originated in Jamaica during the late 1970s. This style of music was developed by poor urban youths who listened to American hip-hop and integrated it with elements from dancehall and reggae. Popular food cuisines include curry dishes and other cuisines like Chinese, Indian, Creole, etc. Conclusion. So there you have it. There are in total 23 countries and 18 dependencies in the continent of North America. The beauty of the island and beaches, the culture and the traditional cuisine all account for in making this continent a tourist hotspot. Thank you all for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This is Learning Canteen.